Hey, welcome back. Thank you, Ali, for being here with us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Okay, so in this video, we are going to focus more on traveling adventures.
Okay.
Okay, so now you are living in Japan. You've been here for about 6 years. And I wanted to know whereabouts have you traveled so far in the world?
In the world? Okay.
Yes.
So, yeah, as you mentioned, I'm from the UK, and being, so close to many other European countries, France was my family's go-to. We would go there every year for our summer holiday. Love France, by the way.
Wow, what do you like about France?
The food, like how kind of loose people are, and how like once you get into a family, like they basically own you. Not own you, sorry. They basically like take you in and treat you as if you were part of their family, kind of thing. Right. I also love the fact that France is just one country, but all the different areas are so different. They have, their own way of being and, their own cheese. I'm a big cheese monster, so yeah, cheese and wine, and that France is the country for cheese and wine.
If you like cheese, just go to France.
Absolutely, yeah.
Every morning you have the cheese tartine.
Oh, yum, love cheese.
Right. Okay, so you've traveled around Europe.
Sorry, I only talked about France. So I've been to France, Spain, Malaysia, Singapore, of course Japan, obviously.
Yeah. Actually, around Asia, where have you been?
In Asia, I've been to Singapore, Malaysia, and then, Bali as well.
Oh, Bali?
Yes,
Yay! It's gorgeous there.
So gorgeous, absolutely lovely.
How is the culture in Bali?
Well, I went around to different places. So I stayed in the sort of main busy area and got maybe like some city life. Mm-hmm. Then I went off to some island in the middle of nowhere and stayed in a beach hut and just woke up to the sound of the waves in the morning and had a really sort of low-key, simple, but beautiful experience in Bali.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Oh, it was lovely, yeah.
Nature there is absolutely beautiful, and they're very connected to these kind of elements.
Yes, yeah, waking up to nature all around you and then going off to do a yoga thing and, just like, it was lovely.
Yeah, definitely. So I was wondering, is there any kind of other country besides Japan that you are really being attracted to?
Well, my father is actually from South America, in Chile. So there is, of course, a root within me.
You're half?
Yes, I'm half Chilean and half British.
Wow.
So it's funny because I haven't been to Chile so many times, maybe 5 or 6 times in my whole life. But when I go back there, there's like a part of me that comes out in that dynamic, in that ambience. So it's interesting being my Chilean side when most of my time I've been my British side. Yeah.
Wow, she has many sides. I could feel your amazing passion for Japan, but I can feel also your like adventurous side, So I was kind of curious if there is another country you would like to live in. Which country would it be?
Honestly, I don't think I'd want to live anywhere else other than Japan, to be honest. I'm really, really comfortable here. And I guess if I were to move anywhere else, it would be back home, just so I can be with my friends and family at home. But, in another life, if I woke up being, on a beach in Bali, that would be nice. Or, I don't know, Miami or something. I've never been to Miami, so that would be interesting.
Oh, yeah, Miami is just, it sounds like the dream kind of.
I've heard good things, and I also love warm weather, so I think Miami is perfect for
that. Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Talking about that, so in regards to the life in Japan, what are the things that are the most difficult for you to adapt to?
So something that I do find a little bit difficult is the inability to bend or tweak rules just a little bit. Just as an example, going to a restaurant, I'd like a salad but without the chicken on it. So can I have this salad but without the chicken? And the waitress looks scared. And so like my advice to foreigners coming to Japan is just stick to the rules. It makes your life much more simple. you know, if you don't want the chicken salad, don't order the chicken salad, or just sort of subtly pick it off, you know. And I think, you know, whilst it is frustrating sometimes, you know, it can be frustrating that it's, you know, for me, it seems like a simple thing, just take off the chicken from the salad. But the way that it is in Japan is that rules are followed and it keeps society in a harmonious state. And that I love. So I think I can't say I want rule bending and rule abidance. You know, I have to bend, right? I have to bend to the Japanese way. So on one hand, it can be frustrating, but at the same time, I do understand and I appreciate the results of sticking to the rules.
Right. That's very true. What about the climate in Japan? It's really different from the British one.
I find the climate very considerate. So hear me out. So basically in the UK, it's pretty well known that it rains a lot. But in Japan, there is a period of time in which it rains. So that the nature is kind of saying, oh, excuse me, but I'm going to be raining at this time, you know. And
rainy
then it's
season.
Yeah, rainy season, right? And then it's very hot, sweaty summer. And then it's, you know, koyo, or kind of, you know, it's all so compartmentalized, it feels.
Oh, that's right. Actually, even nature in Japan is organized.
Yeah.
Oh, subarashi. That's right. Yeah, amazing. What is your highlight when you traveled abroad? Like your best memory so far, all your life, if you go back to your entire life, like the past and the present and the future maybe.
So around 10 years ago, with my unexplainable interest in Japan, I was like, you know what? I have a break from university. I'm going to go to Japan. I'm just going to figure out why I love this country that I've never been to, why I love it so much. Yeah. So I packed my bags and off I went by myself to travel around and get a feel for Japan.
Yeah.
And I went on an organized tour. So the tour guide meets us and says, okay, this is what we're doing tomorrow, this is what we're doing the day after. But then I stayed for 2 weeks more by myself, doing my own little tour.
My own stuff.
Yes,
yeah, right.
And okay. I randomly decided to go to one of the Tokyo islands. I went to Shikinejima by myself.
Oh, never heard of it.
Yeah, I mean, you can get a ferry or, you know, probably some faster way of getting there. But yes, I decided to go off. And at this point, I had zero Japanese skills. I didn't really speak any Japanese whatsoever because I was just visiting. Yeah, just even that, you know.
Right.
And so I got on a ferry and I decided to do the simple life. I took a small bag, I took a little bit of money and maybe like a notebook, and I just went to immerse myself in nature, away from the city, away from everything. And I got onto the ferry, very excited. It arrived, and when I came off, the attendant took my ticket, and I was like, oh no, this is my return ticket. And it turned out that I had basically just got a one-way ticket to an island in the middle of nowhere, and I was stranded on this island with no money and nothing really, not even, you know, many clothes or anything like that. So it was a bit of a panic at first, but the policeman there, he guided me, he somehow helped me to withdraw cash from my UK bank account, helped me find a place to stay, and so that I could travel back on the ferry the next day. So, and again, like he couldn't speak English, I couldn't speak Japanese, but somehow it works. And yeah, like when people want to understand each other, they do. Anyway, that was an amazing experience. Well, actually, that was an interesting experience. But as soon as I'd been through all of that, I could relax. And I remember just like waking up, I turned off my phone and like I didn't have like a watch or anything like that. So I just woke up with the sun and I went to sit on the beach. And yeah, I just watched the sunrise on the beach. And it was just like, this is life, you know, coming back to myself and doing the things that don't make any sense and are actually quite scary, but like just getting past the scary stuff and just, you know, experiencing.
This is so exciting. Yeah. I love that.
And I did make it back, so.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not still stuck in
Shikinejima. Where did you stay?
Shikinejima.
I mean, like were you in a kind of maybe like ryokan or?
I don't even know if it was a ryokan. I think it was like just someone's house, and they rented their rooms, and it was like, you know, very, very simple, the futon and tatami floor, and there's something really magical about staying in a Japanese room. Mm-hmm. It's that smell of tatami. It kind of like reminds me of something like a past life or something, you know, like that smell. It's like I'm home, you know.
Wow. Yeah, I love that. But that's true. Japanese rooms have this kind of very, very peaceful and relaxed and atmosphere, like this incredible atmosphere. You feel connected somehow.
Yeah,
that's right. It makes me think about this New Year on the New Year day. I went to it was like close to the beach as well, and there was this very like traditional house that you could visit. And so I was there, and I went, and there was this amazing room where there was this big window. And so you could just have a look and admire the Japanese garden and this light coming in and small, you know, small chairs and table, and everything was just like at the perfect place, like not too much but not, you know, not enough. It was just so serene. I was like, wow, I could imagine, you know, this old grandpa and grandma, like Japanese, looking at the looking at the view. Yeah, really incredible. And yeah, I don't know, there is something about Japanese architecture, and maybe it's like wabi-sabi, perhaps, like something like that. I don't know, but yeah, it's fascinating. It's incredible.
Yeah.
You have to go there to feel it.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes I try and take pictures because I don't just see a nice view and think it looks nice. I feel it, you know, and it's like I try and capture it, but you can't really take a picture of a feeling, you know. And so, you know, many times people ask me, you know, why do you love Japan so much? And I'm like, it's all in the feeling. It's so hard to explain because, you know, it's in my heart, not in my mouth, not in my words. Yeah,
definitely amazing, fascinating. Okay, thank you so much. It was super interesting. We are gonna shoot another video, the last part with Ali, and we are gonna talk about an interesting topic, which is how to make friends, and especially how to make a boyfriend or girlfriend abroad, or maybe, I don't know, wherever you are in the world. All right, I'm super excited to know more about your tips.
Thank you.
and stories. All right, so please don't forget to check her amazing YouTube video. She has 2 YouTube videos, one in English and one more in Japanese, right? Can you just tell us the names again?
Sure. So Ali Des is my YouTube channel, which basically I'm sharing my experiences of Japan with you through that channel, and yeah, I'm speaking more Japanese recently, but it's not particularly good, so yeah, most of it is in English, so yeah, please do check that one. And for anyone who's interested in learning British English, please check out my other channel, which is British English with Ali.
Yeah, definitely. Your accent is really amazing. It's so
thank
beautiful.
you.
So for sure, like definitely have a look. And I guess it's an amazing channel to check if you want to improve your English speaking skills. So yeah. All right. See you in the next video for more adventures with Ali. Bye-bye.
Bye.